Hello, good evening. I'm Tanvir Hussain, Manager Relations at AHZ Estates Bangladesh. On behalf of AHZ family, I would like to welcome you all to our live Facebook session this evening. As you already know, at AHZ we offer high quality and professional university admission service to prospective students across the world. To let you know a bit more about AHZ, AHZ is a proud representative of UK higher education providers and has more than 50 global branches in 15 plus countries all over the world. Therefore, we organize the UK Education Fair, Education Expo, Open Days Assessment, and seminars for every intake. Just to let you know a bit more about us, AHZ was named a finalist for the Pioneer 2022 Awards as the International Student Recruitment Organization of the Year. We have reached the milestone of over 100,000 applications submitted so far. We provided and we represent 99% student satisfaction rate, and we provide 100% free and end-to-end services. We are also 35 times top recruitment award winners. Most of our colleagues have graduated from UK universities and have trained and certified by the British Council. Well, many of you would wondering what the unique benefits of studying in the UK. Well, for them, UK is the best study destination for international students because of its global recognized education system. Degrees from UK universities are held in high regard by the employers, and the shorter course duration makes your study experience less expensive compared to other countries. Now, please allow me to introduce our very special guest this evening. Here we have Mr. Martin Merenga, Senior International Recruitment Officer from Brunel University. Martin.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the session today. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day or busy evening to come and join us just to hear a bit more about Brunel University London and what it's like to study at Brunel and in London.
Just to remind the student now that you can have direct conversation with Martin just after the Facebook Live with the Zoom session and can check your profile for University of Brunel. All you need to do is to click at the link in the comment section just after the Facebook Live. Now, Martin have got a beautiful presentation for the students of Bangladesh. So over to you, Martin.
Sure. Thank you so much. Let me just begin by sharing my screen. So hopefully you can all see that. Please let me know if you can't. So like I said, my name is Martin Matienga. I'm the Senior International Recruitment Officer at Brunel University London. I'm part of a big team at Brunel University London, and two of my colleagues are on the screen as well. So we have Simon Stanley, who's the International Recruitment Manager looking after India and the rest of South of Asia. We also have Priyanka Dote, who is the Regional Manager for South Asia as well. Simon is located in London, like myself, and Priyanka is located in Pune in India. So we are your core team and your first point of contact for any inquiries that you have about studying at Brunel, or any questions or issues that you might have about your application, or if you're considering coming to study at Brunel University London. So just a bit about the history of Brunel. So we are founded or named after Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who is a very famous mechanical engineer in the UK. He's responsible for some of the most beautiful architecture in the UK and some of the beautiful bridges in the UK, and is a very prominent figure in mechanical and civil engineering in the UK. His ethos is what we try to instill in our students to this day in all of the programs that we study at Brunel. So just a bit about our campus. So if you're not aware, Brunel is located in London. So we are mainly in West London in a town called Uxbridge. We're a campus-based university, meaning that you have everything located in one campus. It's a very beautiful, massive campus that we have at Brunel. We have about 4,500 students living on campus. We're only about 40 minutes away into central London using the tube or the train. And in terms of societies and clubs, we have over 140 societies and sports clubs that students can join. In terms of location to Heathrow Airport as well, we're very close to Heathrow Airport. We're only about 50 minutes by car, maybe even less, depending on the traffic on the day. So we are very close to Heathrow Airport. So as soon as you fly into London, Brunel is just a step away. And just to give you a better idea or picture of where Brunel is located, like I said, we're about 50 minutes from Heathrow Airport, and about 40 minutes into central London, and we're just based in the West London area. So we are a campus university, which is very rare for London universities. Most London universities are mostly split up between different sites, but Brunel is just a one-site, single campus. And again, just to give you more of an idea of the campus of Brunel, so like I said, it's a very big campus, lots of accommodation on campus, lots of facilities from sports facilities, gym, and indoor athletic center. We also have a grocery shop on campus, lots of coffee shops and cafes, restaurants, and even a student nightclub, all based on campus. We also have a medical center as well, which is available on campus, and a pharmacy for any students that need any sort of medical attention. So pretty much everything is available on campus, and you never need to leave the campus unless you want to go out and explore a bit more of London. In terms of the subjects that we offer, so we offer a very wide range of subjects at Brunel. We have subjects from business, journalism, law, education, digital media, pretty much everything that we have at Brunel for most students. The only subjects that we do not offer are architecture, dentistry, and tourism subjects, but everything else we pretty much have at Brunel. And most of our courses as well do have very good accreditations. So for example, our business school has double accreditation. So it's AMBER accredited and ACSB accreditation as well. All of our accounting and finance courses have CIMA accreditation, ACC accreditation, all of our engineering programs as well. So accreditation is very important for our students. And if you want to pursue any professional courses after you've completed your degree at Brunel, you would get exemptions based on these accreditations that we have for our programs. In terms of our teaching, so we're in the top third of universities worldwide for research and for teaching. We sit in the top 20 of UK universities for research as well. So we understand the importance of preparing our students for the workplace. We understand that university is that your first step into selecting your career and into developing the ideas and the career that you want to pursue after you've graduated. So we attract and retain leading academics who are very well known, renowned in their subject areas. And these will be the people that will be teaching you on your programs and in your degrees as well. So our students study in a wide range of ways. So depending on the program that you're studying, there'll be theoretical elements, but also be practical elements as well. So for example, our law students have the chance to practice in an actual moot court where they can practice cases, appear before a judge, and appear before their peers as well and present their cases depending on the case that they have at the time. Our science students have access to different laboratories and equipment as well. Engineering students, again, are they have access to all of our equipment and they have very practical subjects within their degrees as well. And any students interested in film, they have access to a green room. So all of our subjects are taught in a very theoretical way, but also in a very practical way. So you get the best of both worlds. And first, just give you an understanding of how the subjects are broken up. So Brunel is broken up into 3 colleges. The biggest college that we have at Brunel is the College of Business, Arts, and Social Sciences. And this is where courses like business, accounting, economics, film, games design are all located in this college. The second college is the College of Engineering, Design, and Social Sciences. Where, like the name suggests, is where our engineering programs are. We also have design, digital media, mathematics, oil and gas engineering programs within this college as well. And the third one is the College of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, so where all the health programs are, physiotherapy, psychology, public health, environmental sciences. That's where all of these subjects are located within this college. And then in terms of entry requirements for students from Bangladesh, so we accept A-level grades, we accept the International Baccalaureate or IB. We also accept the HSC Higher Secondary Certificate as well. But mainly we won't accept this program or this certificate for the science and engineering streams. And you usually need a GPA of either 5 or 80% within your HSC for you to be accepted for a direct entry to our program. For IB, you need between 29 points and 33 points, depending on the subject you're applying for. And for A-levels, if you are doing A-levels, you need AAB, between AAB and 3Bs, again, depending on the subject that you're applying for. For postgraduate students, we accept a 2-1 or second class upper. We also accept that'll be normally between 55% and 70%, depending on the university you're coming from and the degree that you're applying for as well. In terms of GPA requirements, that'll be between 2.8 out of 4 and 3.4 out of 4. And then for second class entrance as well, we do accept 2.2 or second class lower degree. And again, you need to score between 55% and 65%. will have a GPA of between 2.75 out of 4 and 3.25 out of 4. Again, depending on the degree that you're applying for, they'll have different requirements. You also usually be required to complete an English language test. So you can either complete an IELTS test, a TOEFL test, or our internal Brunel English language test, which is also done online and very similar to IELTS. So you have different options for tests that you can provide to prove your English language requirement. In terms of how to apply, so usually if you're applying for an undergraduate course, you can apply via UCAS, or you can apply directly through AHNZ, who can submit a direct application for you if you have not already registered on UCAS. For postgraduate students, they can apply directly through the course page. And again, you can use the services of AHNZ for them to support you with the application and to apply on your behalf as well. In terms of what to submit as part of the application, so you need your academic transcripts, your English language qualifications, a personal statement, and a copy of your valid passport. So these would be the main things that you need in the initial application for your course. In terms of the next steps, so once you've received your offer, the next step would then to be pay a deposit of £5,000 to secure your seat. Your deposit must usually be paid within 28 days of you receiving your offer, and this mainly applies to postgraduate students. So for undergraduate students, there isn't a deadline for you to pay within 28 days. It's mainly for postgraduate students. And as well, if you aren't able to pay within 28 days, then just let us know or let AHNZ know, and they'll contact us on your behalf, and they'll just explain that you can't pay within the 28 days. And usually you can pay after the 28 days if you aren't able to make that deadline initially. For the CAS to then be issued, students must then pay the 50% of the remaining tuition fee. The £5,000 deposit is included within that 50% payment. So once you've made that 50% requirement, you then be issued with your CAS as long as there are no other conditions outstanding on your offer. Once that's done, there'll be no payment required at registration in September. So once you've received your visa and you arrive in the UK and you're at registration, you won't be required to make any payment up until the start of your second term, which would normally be the end of January or beginning of February. Is when you'd then be required to pay the remaining amount of your tuition fees. In terms of how we support our students in that next step in terms of how to secure their career after they've graduated, we do have the Professional Development Center, who are our careers consultants on campus, and also the placement advisors as well for our students. So in terms of what we offer at Brunel, so 95% of our courses offer a placement. If you're not aware of what a placement is, it's a year where you can work as part of your course, and this is available for undergraduate programs and for select programs at postgraduate level. So we highly encourage students to apply for a placement year as part of their degrees. It's an opportunity for you to work as part of your course, to gain some work experience, to earn a bit of money while you're working as well. And usually if you perform well on your placements, usually the company will invite you back after you've graduated to come and work for them full time. So we highly encourage students to apply for a placement year as part of their course if it is available on their program. In terms of Brunel graduates, their salaries are usually 50% higher than the sector average. That means our students are earning more compared to other students that are graduating from other universities. And also graduates who complete a placement as well, they will earn an average of 20% more compared to other students that don't complete a placement. And usually, like I mentioned as well, so our Brunel graduates will earn about 15% more than the sector average, but also the average salary for Brunel graduates is around £27,700 per year. As well, Brunel graduates earn 13.3% more than graduates from other London universities, which again just shows the advantage that our students have compared to other students at other universities. And Brunel is also ranked 4th in the world for international outlook and joins top in the UK for international outlook. And that just shows just how international we are, how diverse we are. It's not just our students that are diverse and from different countries, also our teaching staff as well. We're also ranked 40th in the UK and in the top 350 universities globally, worldwide, which is a bonus for Brunel as well. And also ranked 54th for graduate prospects based on the Complete University Guidance 2022. In terms of accommodation, so I'll just run through the accommodation options that we have at Brunel. So for international students, you are guaranteed accommodation in your first year of your studies. Usually you can apply for second year and third year if you are doing an undergraduate program. But for master students, you are pretty much guaranteed for the full duration of your course. So in terms of rooms that we have on campus, we're about 4,500 self-catering rooms on campus. We also have private housing options available, which are off-campus options that are provided to the Brunel student lettings team. All of our halls of residence are within a 10-minute walk of the campus. So from your room to the lecture center, it's probably about a 10-minute to 5-minute walk. From your lecture center to the grocery shop, it's another 2-minute walk. So everything is within walking distance on campus. We also want our students to feel safe and secure on campus. So we do have security patrolling the campus. We have an electronic door entry system as well as including CCTV throughout the campus. In terms of the type of rooms that we offer, so we offer ensuite, standard, and studio rooms. All are self-catering, and all would vary at different price points. But the minimum amount you can expect to pay for accommodation on campus of Brunel is about £133 for a standard room, and for an ensuite room, you're looking about £176 per week. To secure a room, once you've been made an offer at Brunel, you need to pay a deposit of £350 for a single room. And if you're going for the studio room option, you need to pay a deposit of £450. Like I said, we have security patrolling the campus throughout the days to make you feel secure and safe on campus as well. And then just in terms of some of the financial information at Brunel, so you can expect to pay between £1,000 and £1,700 per month, depending on your accommodation that you've opted for, as well as your other expenses. So if you're traveling into campus, or if you're staying on campus, then you won't have any transport costs. But this is just a breakdown, just to give you an idea of what you can expect to pay once you're a student at Brunel as well. And in terms of scholarships, we also have a wide range of scholarships available. The main ones that we have for this September intake, our Vice Chancellor's Award, which is worth £5,000, a postgraduate international bursary worth £2,000, and an undergraduate international bursary worth £2,000. But I'll just go over that in the next couple of slides. And in terms of our community at Brunel, we have students from over 150 countries studying at Brunel. Like I mentioned earlier, we're in the top 4 universities worldwide for international outlook, and 46% of our students come from outside the UK. So we're a very diverse community on campus at Brunel. And like I mentioned as well, it's not just our students that are international, it's our teaching staff, it's our professional staff. So everywhere you go, you'll meet, you're most likely to meet someone from a different country throughout the campus on Brunel. We have over 150 clubs and societies to join as well. So if you are an active student and want to be part of a society, or if you play sports such as football, tennis, cricket, any sport is pretty much available at Brunel. And we highly encourage students to join a society because it's the best way to meet, to make friends, to meet new people, and just to engage and to enjoy your student life as well. In terms of scholarships, so we have 3 main scholarships, like I mentioned. So the first one is the Vice Chancellor's Excellence Award, which is worth £5,000. And this for students that are holding a minimum 2-1 or international equivalent in their undergraduate degree. And then the second one is a postgraduate international bursary, which is worth £2,000 for students that are holding a 2-2 or international equivalent in their undergraduate degree. Both of those scholarships have a deadline of the 31st of July. So you need to pay a deposit of £5,000 by the 31st of July to secure your scholarship. And the third one that we have is for undergraduate students, and that's the UG International Bursary, and that's worth £2,000 for any students that have achieved a minimum 3 A-level grades with ABB, or the international equivalent. So if you've got a GPA of 5 in your HSC, you should qualify for this scholarship as well. And the deadline to pay the deposit for this scholarship is the 31st of August for students starting this September. And then just a few bit of details on our social media channels. So please do follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, and Snapchat as well. You can use the barcode that's on the screen to follow any of those channels to keep up to date with any of the information, whether we'll be in country, on our webinars. So it's a good idea just to follow those pages as well. So those are my contact details for anyone that wants to just get in touch or has any questions about Brunel, or about studying in the UK in general. Please do take note of the contact details on the screen. I'll also put them in the chat once I stop sharing the screen.
Thank you so much, Martin. I would like to remind the students that you can have direct conversation with Martin just after the Facebook Live with the Zoom session, and can check your profile for Brunel University. All you need to do is to click at the link at the comment section just after the Facebook Live. Now, Martin, There are lots of Bangladeshi students studying at the Brunel. Can you please tell the viewers that how the existing students from Bangladesh doing at Brunel University? Is there any excellency or achievement by the Bangladeshi students at Brunel University?
So the moment there's any specific things that I can sort of announce, but we have a very diverse community of students at Brunel. In terms of Bangladesh, I think last year we had about 48 students join us from Bangladesh. So it's a very international campus. Myself, I also studied at Brunel as an international student. I'm from Zimbabwe originally. And I can also speak from my own experience of studying at Brunel. It's a very welcoming community. Being on a campus in London, again, is a very big advantage, especially coming to the UK for the first time. You want to be somewhere that feels safe, secure. You want to be somewhere you can access things very easily. And sometimes when you study in London, like at a city campus, it's very difficult to navigate moving around London or to get used to the culture as well. It's also a big shock sometimes. But in terms of community at Brunel, it's very international. Lots of students, like I mentioned, from over 150 countries. So you'll feel very welcome as soon as you set foot on the Brunel campus.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, would you like to mention something about the PSW opportunity for the students after their degree, please?
Yeah, sure. So obviously, students at the moment, they can, once they've graduated, they'll have access to the graduate immigration route visa, which is 2 years in length. On that visa, they can work in any job at any level. It's an opportunity for them to get work experience, to earn a bit of money. But also within that 2 years, they can try to secure sponsorship for after the graduate immigration route visa has ended, or their specific one has expired. But it's a good opportunity as well. So at Brunel, we have a lot of support for careers, for placements. Like I mentioned in the presentation, if your degree has a placement option, I highly recommend that you add that placement option to your degree, because again, it's an opportunity to work as part of your course. It's an opportunity to connect with companies as well. So even mostly with some students, once they've graduated, they usually have an opportunity to go back to the company they did their placement with and work with them full time. So I highly encourage students to do a placement year. In terms of once they've graduated, they'll also have access to our professional development center, where our career services, where our placement advisors are, and they can use their services for up to 2 years once they've graduated. And they'll give them all the advice that they need in terms of how to apply for a job, how to structure their CV in terms of making it more attractive for UK employers. So we always get a lot of support from internally from Brunel, especially through the professional development center.
Right. Now let's discuss about English requirements. How a student can meet English requirements without IELTS?
So without IELTS, we do offer pre-sessional courses as well, depending on the level of English that they need or support that they need. So we do have pre-sessional courses available. We do have an internal Brunel English language test that's available as well. So if they're not able to register for an IELTS test, they can register for that. We also accept other English language tests, so like Pearson, TOEFL, and they can also check with us if they want to check which ones we accept, because there is quite a wide or a big list of qualifications that we do accept. But like I said, the main support there is for pre-sessional if they need it. They can do the Brunel English language test, which is very similar to IELTS, and that's done online as well. And we have quite a few registration dates available or test dates available with that internal test.
Right. Thank you so much. You see, Martin, most important issue for UK higher education from any students from South Asia is finance. Can you
Yeah.
please tell us more about a scholarship that the students can enjoy? Is there any special scholarship for any specific departments of the students?
So there are some college department scholarships which are usually worth about £2,000, and those will be for students again who have a first in their a 2-1 or a first in their degree. But like I mentioned, the main ones that we have is the Vice Chancellor's Award, which is worth £5,000, and that's for students with a 2-1 or above in their undergraduate degree. The deadline for that is coming up, and it's the 31st of July. So they need to apply for their course, pay the deposit before that deadline for them to secure the scholarship. It is automatic scholarship. There's no application form needed. There's no additional information needed. It's completely automatic. So once they've applied, been made an offer, the admission team will then make a note that they qualify for the scholarships. And that's also the same thing with the postgraduate international bursary, which is worth £2,000. Again, it's automatically applied. There's no application form needed. The deadline again is the 31st of July. And same conditions apply similar to the Vice Chancellor's Award. So those are the main two that we have for postgraduate students. And then for undergraduate students, we have the UG International Bursary, which is worth £2,000. Again, automatically awarded, no application form needed. That deadline is the 31st of August, so there is a bit more time for that scholarship. And it's £2,000 per year. So in total, it'll be £6,000 because it'll be per year for a maximum of 3 years. So in total, it's a £6,000 scholarship award. If you have any students that are interested in medicine, we do have specific scholarships for medicine, or they can use one of the undergraduate international bursary scholarship for medicine as well.
Wow, thank you so much for the valuable information, Martin. See, some students want to know about the entry requirements for both UG and PG courses. Would you mind to share some information about that?
Sorry, about what? Sorry?
Some students want to know entry requirements for both UG and PG courses. Would you mind to
Interview
share some?
interview requirements, you said?
No, no, no. Entry requirements. Entry
Oh,
requirements.
entry requirements, yeah.
Yes, for both UG and PG courses. Can you please share some information on that, please?
Sure, no problem. So for let me start with the postgraduate courses. I'll just get my slides up. So for undergraduate courses, like I mentioned, we accept A levels. If they are doing A levels, we accept IB as well. So the minimum that we need at A levels would be 3Bs as a minimum, depending on the course they're applying for. But the majority of courses will accept 3Bs. For if they're doing an IB or the International Baccalaureate, the minimum points they would need would be 29 points. Depending on the course, they might need a bit more. So it's between 29 and 33 points for IB students. And then for the higher secondary certificate or HSC students, they would need a GPA of 5 or 80% in their certificate. And for the HSC, we accept students applying for science and engineering programs. So we accept them for direct entry. If they're applying for other programs outside of science and engineering, then we wouldn't be able to accept them directly. They need to do a foundation or international year one with our Brunel Pathway College, which is based on campus as well. So it's part of the Brunel community. Once they've done that, their foundation or international year one, they just move on to the degree at Brunel. For postgraduate students, we accept minimum 2-2 or second class lower. Depending on the university they're coming from, we'll accept between 55% and 65%, or a GPA of 2.75 out of 4 to 3.25 out of 4. For courses that require 2-1, which is mainly the MBA program, which require 2-1 or above, they'll need between 55% and 70%, depending on the university they're coming from, or a GPA of 2.8 out of 4 to 3.4 out of 4. So it just depends which university they're coming from for postgraduate students.
Right, thank you so much. Most of the students are very concerned about their job after their courses. Can you please tell us more about how the students would get benefited in the job market after completing their courses from Brunel University?
Yeah, so Brunel is very well known for preparing our students for careers after they've graduated. So like I mentioned, we usually have careers fairs throughout the campus or throughout the year. We will invite employers to come and speak to students, to tell them about their company, to tell them what opportunities are coming up. For students that are opting for a placement year, I highly encourage them to visit the Professional Development Center once they've arrived at Brunel. Sit down with the team, provide them with your CV, tell them what you're studying, and tell them what you're looking for after you've graduated. The best thing to do is just start applying for jobs as soon as possible. Once your CV has been updated and approved by the careers team, to start applying for jobs, get used to the application process, to the interview process as well. Some job applications will require you to do an assessment or a test as well. And the careers team can support you at all of these stages. So they can do mock interviews with you, they can do mock tests. So all these stages, the careers team can prepare you for at Brunel. Even after you've graduated as well, you can use the services for up to 2 years. So there's a lot of support provided by the team throughout the year while you're a student and even after you've graduated from Brunel. We also have a job shop team that's based on campus as well. So for any students that are looking for part-time jobs, they can also go to this team. They advertise jobs specifically for Brunel students to apply for. So again, go to that team as soon as you're at Brunel, register your interest in applying for a job. Because as soon as you start working, the more you get used to the system of working for applying for jobs. And usually once you're in a job, say a part-time job that you're doing alongside your degrees, sometimes usually a bit easier to then apply for a placement job or a job after you graduated because you got that bit of experience and you understand the system of working in the UK.
Wow, thank you so much, Martin. Can you please say something about AHJ Associates and how AHJ family and Brunel University can work really close together for the betterment of the students?
Yeah, of course. So Agents is one of our closest partners for a number of years. We work quite closely with the team based in Bangladesh, based in India, based in London. The team is very good, very professional in terms of supporting students in their applications to Brunel. Like I said, we work quite closely with them. So if you have any issues and, for example, you can't contact someone at Brunel, please do go to a counselor at Agents and they'll get in touch with someone from the team quite quickly, and hopefully you can get your response or support that you need very quickly as well. So like I said, we've worked with the team for a number of years now. We have a very close relationship, and we'll continue as well for the next number of years and for the future. So we look forward to receiving more students through HNZ and supporting the team with anything that they need as well.
Well, thank you so much, Martin, for the live session. On behalf of Bangladesh students and AHJ family, I would like to appreciate you for your valuable time. Would you like to say something at the conclusion, please?
No, just thank you very much for joining the session today. I know applying to university can be very stressful, can be very a worrying time as well in terms of just trying to secure your place, trying to secure the funds as well that you need for your studies. But just know that you have support through HNZ, through Brunel, to the team at Brunel. You have lots of support, lots of places you can go for any queries, any issues. So please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions or any issues. The best thing to always do is to ask the question and to ask for help. So please do that if you do need it.
Thank you so much, Martin, for being here at this evening at the live session. This is an absolute privilege having you here.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Just to remind the students now, you can have direct conversation with Martin just after the Facebook Live with the Zoom session and can check your profile for the Brunel University. All you need to do is to click the link in the comment section just after the Facebook Live. Well, I wish all the audience a very good day and thank you very much for being here at the live session. AHJ family is always here for your support to fulfill your dream for equal education. Stay safe. Take care.
Thank you.
At AHZ Associates, we have proudly served more than 450,000 students for the last 10 years. There are over 550 global counselors who are dedicatedly guiding students with their UK university applications. We have achieved more than 30 top recruitment awards and 98% student satisfaction, which is an inspiration for us to uphold our reputation. Let's explore your higher education journey. We're available 24/7 at your service on every social media platform. Schedule an appointment, and we will arrange a session with one of our UK graduate expert counselors. We will assess your qualifications and get back to you with possible options. Our assigned consultant will find the best university for you that suits your needs. You will need to bring your passport, all academic certificates and transcripts, IELTS or UKVI IELTS score, curriculum vitae, personal statement, reference letter, and bank statement so that our experts can extensively check your file before submitting it to be processed by the university. Also, our counselors will assist you in receiving an offer letter from your desired UK university. After successfully completing the CAS interview, the university will issue a CAS letter, which you will need to apply for a tier for student visa. Our experts will assist you in finding the most suitable student accommodation for you. You will have to attend a scheduled interview at the UK Embassy. However, you may be required to face a UKVI credibility interview. We will give you pre-departure guidance and continue to keep in touch with you while you are in the UK. If you need further assistance to get transportation service, please contact us, and we will help you ensure your safe arrival from the airport. Our representatives will guide you through getting a student travel card for the UK. You may open a student bank account before you start your journey. To get guidance on how to open a bank account in the UK, you can contact us too. All our services are available on our website for you.